as we get into esporters versus Safe Boys, and it looks like that I think Eco Rush worked heavily in the favor of Safe Boys. And,
yeah, from what it looks like, you know, based off the weapons that they have, looked like the teams were forced onto an Eco and just pushed to the A side, and not sure how they got it, but we'll find out what they're made of in a second. So
let's see. So Jaden and CZ got absolutely massive at the moment, and the terrorists slowly starting to catch up. But it's going to be 6-5, so eSport is a bit of a tight position. Looks like it's going to be a hard B to it's going to be a hard B take. Reloaded. Going to spot out Jaden. Jaden's going to try and peek and take something. Oh, does get reloaded with a final bullet through the smoke. The recoil pattern getting just a bit lucky, I believe, but part of lucking again. Zero walking backwards to the smoke. But meanwhile, CVZ I think pushing towards mid does get taken out by Frisky. It's going to be a 4-4 now. So they're pushing slowly through. Does spot out Stage. Gets tagged very low to 7 HP. Needs to fall back. Dodges the AWP shot and falls back towards CT. Terror's going to be pushing the bomb back towards mid. Jane's going to be mid, in this mid position. Needs to be careful as the terrorists do come out now. He does get taken out by Para. And suddenly the terrorists in a favorable 4-3 up against a very, very low CT. It looks like it's going to be a bomb slowly making its way towards A. So it's all up to Pal to hold this. Pal's in a very close A position. The AWP is pushing in now. Molly coming into quad. And he's going to take down Zero. Pal coming out, unable to land any frag to spray.
good tag.
Is going to get taken down by Frisky and Jaden, last man standing. Stage. Going to try and pick up Jaden, but you know exactly where Jaden is now. He's going to be trying to stay within CT. Bit of a risky position to play, but that's going to tie it up to 6-all.
Yeah, I think he does need to try and take some guns if they exit CT. We saw the round before that. I think the T's were eco, so if he does take a couple of guns and they win the next buy, they could close it out.
Teams have a lot of
9-6
cash right now. The eSport is going to be forced onto
Yep.
eco.
Looks like a half of the money switching between teams, but what I can see so far.
Parrot's pushing in right now, so it's no, sorry, Stage, sorry, should I say, but Stage is nothing's going to be committed. Makes a lot of noise, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Everyone leaves happily ever after.
Yeah. Good decision from the T's, I think, to go back to A. They did catch someone pushing A and flanking them through mid.
Just a lot of the counters, I think, playing very aggressively and just not getting the trades, and it suddenly became a 4-5 into suddenly a 5-4. It suddenly became a 3-4, and Jaden within the spot might be taken out by Reloaded. No, he does get land a really good shot into Reloaded. He's tagged very low, needs to fall back immediately, and it's going to be once again Jaden just opening up another frag. The bomb is orientated more towards... bomb hasn't orientated itself as well, but the bomb seems to be going towards mid.
Yeah, the CTs have left mid completely open this round, so the T's are trying to capitalise. They can do a number of things from here. They can go through the vents, they can go CT to B, CT to A, or even short. Looks like the AWP is going to try and pick into the site, which is a good decision.
Does spot out CHZ. It's going to be 2 on A side and 3 on B side, which is a bit odd.
Yeah, they've given up mid control completely.
But they will retrieve the bomb, so we shall see where they go. The bomb does seem like it's going towards B. This might not be good for the terrorist. Stage just managed to take down CVZ as he manages to flank his way around. And he's coming through his C right now, but there's 3 counter-terrorists on the side, on the eco. Frisky is going to burn out J, and Zero from the back as well. Powell gets sniped by Stage. Zero takes down 1, but he's going to be traded out. And it's going to be a 1-3. Jaden, very low, probably going to be saving that M4 once again.
Yeah, I was surprised the T's actually went back to B. They did get that pick from CT to truck. So they could only assume that whatever stack the CTs had on B would still be there. Could have been a case of time constraint, so worked out for them in the end. I think mostly because of the CT's money situation. They didn't have too much to defend the site. Karath hungry.
Passing is a hungry drop, mate.
Yeah, they've taken him out while saving.
This is absolute disaster. I've lost my apples and oranges.
Time to step up, boys. Take Kara's position.
Sorry, let me grab some bars.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so it looks like Bomb's orientating his way towards A. Strack's gonna get the first kill with the orb onto CBZ, and Molly's coming out, but there's still one. Who's Hal's sitting in this position, does manage to take out Frisky. Jaden, meanwhile, pushing, gets the flank player, so it's getting 2 on 3. I think at this stage, eSporters really need to go for it. Meanwhile, Siege are going to be playing quad position, Parlor and Truck, and Strax with an A main. And Para's going to get the first frag onto 0. And it's all to Jaden once again. Poor Jaden, he lost alive so many times, he gets taken out by Siege. So that's going to go towards Save Boys, 8-6.
Yeah,
it's going to force them into a very, very poor money situation.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 9-6 half. I'm quite impressed with the T's, to be honest. They did say that the previous round there was no one mid, and they took advantage of that. Then they saw that they were playing close mid, and they walked straight into A. So whoever made that decision's got his thinking cap on, I think.
And once again, it's very close. Jaden actually in the smoke will try to tap fire his way to fish. I was going to say tap fire. I almost thought it was a CZ for a moment the way it was firing, but doesn't manage to get anything and does get taken down by the Whistle Reloaded. Meanwhile, Strax will be taken down by 0-0. The Thanos Reloaded pushing through short, takes out one frag. The squeak has been open. Jayan's attention is drawn to 2 places. Jayan with the Max 7 gets 1 frag, switches out for the AK. The bomb not really committed, and it's going to be running back towards B. So it's going to be not going towards mid instead, which is a good choice. As 0 and Jane are both split.
Yeah, it is a good choice. I think they're looking for a 2-on-1 battle at the moment. That's why they're seeking it. I think they'll get it here.
And 0 takes down the bomb fragger. Jane's still not rotating because they don't know exactly where the last terrorist is. He's been spotted out. He's tagged once. Frisky, last man left standing. Dr. Frisky with a dance off with 0 does spot out JN, and JN does take the frag, and that's going to be 7-8. Well played by JN. Getting 2 frags, and 0 actually getting 3 frags for the Famous, taking down the Orpa, coming in and taking out that Z player, the Z pusher as well.
Yeah, that was a very good half. I think 8-7 STs, you got to be happy. I don't know why Frisky didn't get the revenge straight away. I think if they won that, it would have been 9-6. But I mean, they got to be happy with that scoreline, so I'm sure they're not bothered too much.
And as ever, the important crystal round. Never. Never a shout out to you, Nick.
Shout out, CGS.
So we're going to see eSporters immediately boosting up and possibly taking a strong A. The counter is actually pushing through B, so they know it's going to be A. 2 pushing rapidly behind. They're already in Garage. And they know this. CBZ is going to be watching against Kara. All the counters now pushing up. And CBZ is going to take the first frag. It's risky.
So hard to come.
CBZ is going to get a second frag with the help of J and Steel, meanwhile, taking out 0. Not sure we're still pushing through. Meanwhile, Power will take down Reloaded with the help of his good friend Peter. As short as smoke tops, that was a very good smoke, actually denying any vision for the counter-terrorists, and the bomb plant will go down. Counter-terrorists do not have a kit. Siege is going to go down after getting a trade, and strikes the last man left standing. Does take down Pow. And it's all up to J and CBZ. And Straxmore just going to be pushing through. Does take down CBZ, but JN does get the revenge. Could have been accused by Strax. The crosshair was nearly on.
One day. Only one day. Yeah, good start for them. They did get a lot of info earlier the CT's pushing, so I don't know if they used it to the best that they could. The CTs were just waiting in mid, so...
Can you all tell me? Just double check.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like that the terrorist is just going to play another very passive anti-eco, so it's playing very safe. Reload has pushed up aggressive A main, but it's just immediately falling back. Oh, it's mine. Yeah. That's right, just chucking the ground. But CBZ gets the first frag with the Mac 10. Not sure exactly from where. This is going to exactly just push through Van. No fear. Does spot out the B player, but he's going to charge straight in. Jaden is going to take down Frisky. Meanwhile, JN, I believe, at mid will take down Reloaded, probably trying to push to event. And Strax is the last man left standing with the 5-7. It's a very close smoke, probably just waiting to get a single frag, but all the terrorists, being all buddies, staying together.
Which is what you meant to
Towards
do.
the end.
They played that really
JN
well.
gets a very good, I would say a very good shot onto Strax, but with the Galil, it's a bit more luck. I just don't like the Galils in assault rifle.
Yeah, the only reason I think you'd buy it, and we do that sometimes as well, is because you can keep it on the gun round and still create an impact. Whereas obviously the SMGs, in some situations, aren't as good, on certain maps on the buy round. So
They're boosting into big vent, so the terrorists need to be
Could
careful.
catch them
I
up.
think they've heard the vent break. Yep, they've heard the vent break, so they know that while Paras instantly takes down CBZ, picks himself on the Mac 10. But the Terror's getting the frags onto, I believe, the A site pushes at the same time. So we're going to watch Parry with the Mac 10, see if he can make anything happen. One of the Terrorists sitting more toward backside, so Jadam with the scout not landing a frag. Frisky, no, it's not Frisky. Loaded the man within A site. It's like semi-finals and finals will have a lot more. So Reloaded comes in, does get taken out very quickly. Power charging, unfortunately, just caught the edge of smoke and will be taken out by Jay. And Power will clean up with the Mac 10, a dink and a body shot to finish it off. So solid anti-ecos played by Eastwood, a very passive, very plain and simple, like how anti-egos are meant to be played.
sticking together, I think, is what a lot of the Europeans are doing at the moment, and we've followed suit. You can even see it in the Div 1, Div 2 games that all the anti-ecos are spent playing together.
Meanwhile, CB7, I'm just going to watch, it's very sad, wants a boost, not going to get it from his teammates.
Not a happy man.
He's got the AWP on the team as well. Frisky does manage to take down 0, tag down to 48 HP. But he's going to, CBZ slowly going to come up. That smoke is just going to clear, and it's going to be who finds who first. It's going to be a dance. Strax does get the pick onto Pow. Tagged by CBZ, and he's going to fall back, so 1 HP. I would feel a bit cheated if I was CBZ, but Strax on 1 HP is going to fall back and live to not regenerate his health, unfortunately, because it's not Call of Duty.
Did he do 99-1 with an AWP?
99 with all. Are you view botting?
Yeah, always.
Always.
Just like a virtual man. Get over 1,000.
So, Jadam, it looks like the terrorists are going to be stacking up for a B-side take. Where's Para? I can't tell where Para is. He's in checkers behind the box, and he's all frisky, looking at the AWP. It's going to be a default smoke setup, smoking off Heaven and CT. They're pushing. Frisky gets the first frag onto JN. The revenge frag not being taken out. Para comes out at the right time. Frisky taking all the attention, and Para is going to get the double down.
I really like that position by Para. Watched a bit of Titan.
Just waiting patiently, just setting up an effective crossfire. That's all they needed. The terrorists have a bit of an interesting force by 2 AKs, a Galil, and 2 Tech-9s coming out. But once again, they're splitting across the map and not giving any attention towards B-side. Para playing very aggressive in checkers. Only one holding mid, I believe, in Strax with the AWP. But we do have Stage actually boosted up. So it's going to be an A main take. Smoke's coming out, but Stage in such good spot. Stage is going to take down one. The bomb's been spotted. He's going to drop down. Tries to take on the second one. Powell is going to make the trade, but meanwhile, Reloaded and Strax going to team up to take down the rest of the terrorists that have busted through. And I was going to say Powell's about to pop a grenade. They managed to dodge, but unfortunately, it's not enough. Reloaded gets his third frag of the round. The M4 picks himself an AK for his troubles.
Yeah, too many on the site.
They're my texture hacks. Yeah. That's why I'm using old accounts now. Like Stezzy. I'm afraid of being back then. That's all good, I'm Tux alias. But Jaden, meanwhile, Jaden pushing through, does get the frag onto Strax. It looks like he's pushing through. He does manage to get into Z, however. One player does manage to get into Z. Forces Reloaded to actually move away. The bomb is just going to fall back. This is very smart play by the Terrorist, but Stage is going to take down one from short position. CBZ's going to have the AWP within Z. Reloaded slowly pushing in. And it's going to miss the AWP shot. Reloaded does take the frag onto CBZ. And it's going to be a 2-on-4. Jadem with the P250 and Pal. Both the P250s no armor and no guns. Outnumbered and outgunned, but never going to give up. Just holding mid position at this stage. Reloaded playing very safe. Does keep the AK, however. I love my coconut water. Mo, what do you think esports need to do as we're waiting this, I guess, at a bit of a quiet moment at this stage?
So,
Arrogant. Power cleans up.
Frisky should pick up.
5-7s flying around a corner. And Power's going to get by Reloaded.
He didn't have much time left. Obviously, esporters are trying to get the money up, which they have done. I think what they need to do is they definitely need to take some mid control. The way they lost the last round was they went straight into A. And the CTs were all over it. They pushed one close mid. They've been playing one in the vents a lot, so they pretty much know what they're doing. So they really need to split, take some control of the map, and then try and execute on a site. They're doing the opposite here, but we'll see how it works out for them.
CBZ, good flick shot, doesn't actually take down Power.
Trying to take the boost site.
Corner in a very bad position, tries his best to make a trade. Going to be taken out by Jadem. CD4 is going to be smoked up, and the molly's going to come out, but it's not going to deny anything for Terror, sorry. Strax just peeking through the corner of smoke. CBZ does manage to finally get killed by a very, very well-placed grenade by Stage. I think also tagging Jake very low. And it's going to be one coming through the vent, one heaven, one CT floor, and Reloaded from the vent will take down Jaden. It's a 2-on-3. Power trying to get the trade, but Strax pushing in through smoke. He's in a very good position, tries to land a nose grab. Power's burning at the moment, does take down the heaven player, drops towards City Floor, is walking very close. Reloaded doesn't know where he is. Reloaded's just going to go straight through. He's
Very
going
well
to take it
played.
out. Huge free flag by Power.
Good stuff from Pal. Very good stuff.
Single-handed heroic from Powell is going to win the round for esporters. That was a smart play, though.
It was. He used the smoke to his advantage and walked CT. I don't know if esporters should have won that round. There were good entries onto B. CT's had a lot of nades, but they definitely need this round. Definitely need this round. If you look at their money, this is a complete force buy.
Strax is definitely caught out by the AWP. Reloaded's
Also
taking out
like
0,
that.
but he gets traded out immediately. Playing A main very aggressively. I think the short arm has been Power's shoulder peeking. I think he's spotted out Strax. And he's baited it out. And the smoke comes up. He's going to get taken out, however. There's no support, which is a very bit of a poor play. Hi, Peter. Hi. This suddenly turned really odd.
This is the right move from esporters at the moment, but they
lost bomb.
need to execute. They need to execute. They've got control of mid. Complete control of mid.
The counter terrorist is just now slowly rotating over. I think sorry, CBZ just slowly peeking across. See if he can get a peek. Jaden and the Gal are trying to land a couple of shots. They do manage to pick up the bomb and do jumping back. Stage gets taken down by Jaden. There is a flank going on at the moment. CBZ needs to be careful. Does take down a flank player, but they've only got 14 seconds. No time. They've got to run towards B side, and I think they've gone the wrong. way. I'm not sure if there's enough time, but CBZ is going to be picked off from heaven if he's not careful, and he does get picked off from heaven. And Jaden should not have been walking that situation.
Yeah, Jadem should have. They were stuck from what I can tell. Just a miscommunication whether they were going to go through the vent or go through the B main. So.
Don't worry, I can move closer to Mo anytime. If he allows me to. And it's going to be a
Force
1
buy.
AK mainly pistols. It's going to be an A take. There's 2 smokes. We're just waiting for the smokes to pop for quad. And I believe as well as forklift. It's a very detailed strat by eSporter. Jaden with the AK at Squeaky, so we'll be looking towards him for making a bit of the entry frags at the moment. Now it looks like one has made their way. The carriers have made their way out. Siege does manage to get 1 frag. Reloaded in the catwalk. Gonna grab another one. But Jaden with the AK is gonna take down 1. Siege from this position quad. Not taking out very early.
You'll be alright? Sure. Make sure you give me a mention in a post. Bowie, take care, brother.
Talk soon, huh?
Let me know when you.
Yeah.
Alright, boys, have fun. CGS out.
Grand exit.
Hard D. Power up. Playing very aggressive checks. Take out Jaden. I mean, but James is charging straight through. We'll manage to get the revenge frag. Frisky playing on B side. Gets team flash. But it's a little of our power. Good AK headshot. Will take down Strax within Heaven. And see if he's able to clean up Frisky within B side. A lot of grenades coming out towards Heaven. It's being smoked off, and Siege coming in from the flank with a scout. Reloaded, wall spray down, take down power. Siege slowly walking up. He's watching the correct line, but unfortunately he does get taken up by CBZ. CBZ, I think, tagging the leg. And now Reloader's dropping down, charging the side, but JM with the M4 is going to take him down.
That was a good play from eSporter. I don't know why they're getting such free control of the map very early. Yeah, they were in the site, planning the bomb and defending the bomb site by about 1 minute 15. I think what the CTs need to do to close this out once they get the money is keep the choke points smoked. Use their Molotovs wisely, and they can at least delay them and not give them so much choice at the start of the round. They're just free flowing into the sites at the moment.
So it's going to be, I believe, a counter boost. Frisky in a very good position to actually get a couple of frags. Power with a P250 from Checkers. We'll take down 1. Jen's going to be tagged with a Nova, but we'll get the revenge frag. Meanwhile, Stage pushing through. We'll take down 0. And Jane also gets taken down. I'm actually sure not what all the action is going on, but they do. But the Power with 2 frags on B side. We'll take down any aggression, and Strax tagged very heavily. Jaden going to make his way towards Forklift. Meanwhile, Power is going to be pushing through with the M4. I think Jaden has been spotted out by Power, and I don't think he's actually spotted Power out. But he does tag both players down very heavily. Strax walking up, he spotted the head, takes down Strax. Now Power's trying to push up, trying to have someone as well, but Jaden just plays calm. AK tags them heavily, knows that they're injured, cleans up.
They had the advantage in position there, and very, very hard round for the CTs to win, so it may very well come down to this round, I think, especially for the CTs.
CTs have no money after this round.
Yeah.
So it's going to be also a force buy in some of them. No AWPs, so it's just going to be a rifle affair. And Jaden's going to get it. So, Strax, good pick onto CBZ through mid. And they're also going to counter boost mid, so Power's going to be within vent position. You got Stage, what's Stage's number? Stage pushing very close towards mid. There's going to be 4 and 5 already. CBZ, unfortunately, not able to play aggressively mid and get a pick. Stage. Stage very aggressively. That nade will tag, I think, Power a bit. But most of the terrorists have actually made their way back towards mid. It's just a passive game at the moment, so this is much better from Save Game? Save Boys.
Yeah, they've got a really good setup going at the moment. They've got one in events, one close. They've got it locked down. I don't know what the T's can do.
It all depends on the first pick. If they can get the pick at mid, so Steve's playing a very close position.
I'd like to see them pop flash out mid, rather than just walk out, but we'll see.
Frisky gets the first frag onto Power. Siege flashed very heavily. Does get 1 onto 0. JN occupied by the Z player will get taken out by Strax in the end, but Stage does do a lot of damage. And Jaden's the last one left standing, gets taken out by Power from vent.
Yeah, they did try and pop flash themselves out mid, but what they did wrong, they tried to get that B pick before the mid pick. It should be the opposite. If they can pick that close mid guy off, they'll force some movement around B. The Vents guy will stop spotting the feet. He may take the fight in mid. He may drop into checkers. They just did it in the wrong order, but it was a good idea. CT is just too good position there at the moment.
bit of an edge in the smoke, so Strax needs to get the Strax trying to, he's gonna try and shoot towards boost spot, it's not gonna do any damage. I think CBZ gets tagged by one stray AK bullet, but they're gonna just charge out of mid, so Strax needs to be careful. Jaden playing very carefully in the smoke. And Strax is gonna fall back immediately. There's gonna be 3 on A side, so the terrorists have gotten mid control. It's now, we shall see what they do with it. Power within checkers, near the box, just spotting checkers. Strax going to be falling back towards Z. Reloader's going to get the first frag from A side on the short. Pal nearly getting caught out by Strax, but Strax unable to land the headshot, needs to fall back immediately. And the terrorist have committed. Pal's actually going to get burnt out by Siege with a Molotov, or should I say an incendiary grenade. And Zero's going to be pushing through. Oh, Strax spraying down Zero as Zero tries sprinting his way through CD Con, and suddenly it's a 2-on-5 bomb towards A main. CBZ in checkers trying to make work happen.
He doesn't like train.
And CBZ does get taken out Frisky, so it's going to be JN, the last man left standing. Does manage to pick up one frag with the AK, but it now has just become a 1v4. With 15 seconds left on the timer, you got to think he's got no time. Reloaded, pushing up very aggressively, takes one down, tries to get a landing spray on the stage. It's not going to happen, and it's going to be 15-13. Save boys, going to be coming into match point.
Yep.
With no money on the terrorists.
Yeah. Well, once it reached 14-13, it still looked like a very close game, but the T's weren't in a position to claw those last 3 rounds. They took a lot of one-on-one battles and didn't have the money. They got into mid, they didn't have the nades or the weaponry to sort of execute. Once again, CT's
going to be a
in
hard B,
positions.
but
They're going to get mauled down.
Frisky does manage to get one. Parra gets another one, I believe, from Vent. Falls back immediately. And Terrace playing smart, just completely avoiding checkers to make sure they don't get choked down. And Zero has spotted one within heaven. He's flashed out heavily. Parra once again in Vent will take another play. Parra jumps out now, gets the 3rd frag, and Stage will clean up. So Parra with a 3 frag there. And that's going to be GG 16-13. Save boys over esporters. You second it close, yeah? PG rated.
Oh, okay. Keep it PJ rated for
Oh
this
my
stream.
god, an Operation Bravo case?
I didn't even say that.
Yeah, someone got an Operation Bravo case as a drop. Yeah. I was thinking they're like $2.
So, were you guys expecting that outcome in that match?
Well, look, esporters didn't have the money. Once they got mid control, being a sort of a mixed team, I don't think they had the executions once they took into mid. They could have done a lot of things. They could have obviously split B through CT. They could have split short, but CT's always had an AWP posted up or someone from the site just popping heads. So don't know if they had the executions once they did get that mid control. It wasn't there. Not enough trade fragging either. So unfortunate for them.
The Save Boys versus Gameplays, is it?